how was that for you?
It was fucking brilliant. It was just brilliant. I mean, you know,
that was such a response.
Yeah, it was a real response. I mean, I've done a lot of gigs like this. You know, when I was first starting out.
Yeah.
This was my sort of staple, going on in front of a big band and an audience that you'd assume have come to see BRMC.
Yeah.
And I was, you know, there's no fear for me. I know how to do that. I lock down. I don't speak between songs. I play 3 or 4 fast ones, and then maybe I talk a little bit, perhaps politics, see if I can, you know, stir them up. But they were, you know, that's on Billy Bragg, what do you expect? But they were totally into it from the front. As soon as I walked out there, they went bonkers.
It really
I could see
so.
they knew the words to the song, so I thought, well.
There's a real wall of response, you know?
Yeah, I just thought relax and have a laugh, enjoy yourself. So, you know, they took the politics as well. They really took the politics. So I had the best time down there, best time, just whizzed by.
Don't feel bad about letting you go, just feel sad about letting you know. Look out!
I tell you what though, between the wars, that's what we were shouting
Not on a night
out.
like that. Not
well,
on a
this
night
is
tonight.
it. Yeah,
you've got to keep the level tempo up.
Yeah,
if we were in a little club and I had, you know, an hour or something, you could have quiet passages. But Farm Boy, that new one, was about as slow as I could go. The rest of the time was just to keep
the level.
You got to, because there's going to be a lot of people who maybe don't know who I am. So if you get them going, you've got to keep them up.
You've got to keep
the
them
level
going.
up. So,
it's only fair, isn't it?
It is. I mean,
it's only fair.
I did play half a slow one, didn't I? That Carpenter's song.
Oh, that was funny. No, that was funny.
Do you know Leon Russell wrote that song?
Is that right?
Yeah, not Karen Carpenter at all. And it was originally called Groupie.
Anyway. On a slightly different note, I was stuck in a traffic jam once listening to yourself on Radio 4 talking about your house.
Oh, yeah.
And I can honestly say I've never felt so happy in a traffic jam as listening to how nice your house sounds.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. It is. It's right on the beach in South Dorset. And it's a beautiful shingle beach and sitting up on a cliff there. It's really, really lovely. And I live in this little village. Everyone in the village comes from Essex. It's brilliant.
They're all in Dorset.
All the Dorset people are pissed off tomorrow about
expatriates.
Yeah. So when West Ham got in the cup final, we were like, all the dads on the school go, get us the ticket bill.
Get in there. Oh, lovely job. Well, on a similar note, I live in Brighton with a load of people from the West Midlands. We've done all exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You've got to be proud of where you come from. You don't necessarily have to live there.
No, that's true.
It's a fact, isn't it?
It's about coming from somewhere.
I love the words she wrote to me, but that was bloody yesterday. I can't survive on what she said. Every time you need a friend. I saw 2 shooting stars last night. I wish on them. To his space I will. I wish you there.
So when are you back to your lovely house? Are you playing some more gigs or are you there tomorrow?
Tomorrow I'm speaking at the British Film Institute about Englishness because of the St George's Day thing. I wrote a book last year about Britishness, Englishness, identity, multiculturalism. That's about to come out in paperback, The Progressive Patriot it's called. That's coming out in paperback on May 1st. So I've got a lot of stuff about that next week. It's being launched at the House of Commons and I'm going up to Manchester to open a exhibition about democracy at the Museum of People's History. And then in Cambridge, I'm speaking. So
you're a very busy Billy.
The funny thing is, it's been more sort of talking about stuff rather than playing. So it's been a while since I've done something like that. I think late last year I was last out. Although I was in the studio recording a new album in March, so that should be coming out either later this year or early next year.
You've been keeping yourself well occupied.
Well, you got to, haven't you? I mean, like I said, you either retire gracefully or you get faster and up, louder and angrier. And unfortunately, sadly, with the rise of the BNP, I'm afraid I can't afford to...
You can't just sit back and watch it.
No, you can't. I mean, that's why I wrote the book. I mean, writing a book was like climbing a fucking mountain. I've never done anything so hard since I first started doing this job.
But will you do it again?
Well, it was inspired by those bastards getting elected in Barking. That's what made me think, fuck, I've got to do something more than just write a song. And it just broadens out, I mean, I've always believed what I do, bottom line, is about communicating, whether I'm up there doing a gig, writing a book, talking to your viewers here, whatever it is, writing a newspaper. It's all about communicating and trying to engage issues and engage with people. And with those people on the rise, I think the matter of engaging in the debate about Englishness, I mean, we were talking about St George down there and those kind of things, and engaging in that and trying to take those ideas back for multiculturalism is something we've all got to try and do. We can't just stand back and say, we're not having anything to do with that, because that way we leave a vacuum.
But the problem is that is, unfortunately, and especially in like the more recent years, that seems to be the English way of doing things.
Well, I disagree.
You know?
I don't agree. I mean, I think there's a minority who are always like that. There's a minority of football fans who give English fans a bad name.
I mean the sort of standing back from things and going.
Oh yeah. No, I know, because people don't want to. Nationalism is seen as being very, very negative. But being a nationalist doesn't mean being a xenophobic. Look at the Scots Nationalist Party. They're to the left of the Labour Party. They're more progressive than Labour.
Yeah.
You can love your country because you love the people in your country. You love the free health service. You love the education system. It doesn't have to be about the Battle of Trafalgar and all those issues. I'm really proud of our traditions of fairness and tolerance. That's why we have a welfare state.
Yeah.
And I want to defend those ideas. And you can defend them just as much through ideas of being an English patriot and being patriotic about having an open-minded country, being patriotic about St George coming from Lebanon, and him also being patriotic of Barcelona, and be strong about that, and not give in to the small-minded little Englanders who would define, you can only, for instance, you can only be a white Caucasian is the only thing to be English. I don't think that's right. I think if you feel English, you are English.
Exactly.
It's about what you say.
And it's a mongrel race from the year dot anyway, isn't it?
Why do you think there's a hyphen in Anglo-Saxon?
There you go.
No other race has a hyphen in it. We're the only people, and there's a reason for that, because there never was a pure English race, and I'm proud of that. That little golden hyphen of King Alfred. It's in the British Museum, in a little case. You can see it there.
The golden hyphen.
Of King Alfred.
For the golden hyphen.
Waiting for someone to pull me through a man last day. I knew it wasn't you. Last chance!
Lovely job. Well, look, it's been such a pleasure to talk to you. And
I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it.
This is a new song called Farm Boy. Say a little prayer, somebody else's prayer, same as I do every time I step into the sun's bright glare. I'm just a farm boy, lived upon a hill, wanted to get away. Now the army pays my bills, and I'm just dreaming of a time when I can go home. I'm just dreaming of a time when I can go home. Here come a captain, take his anger out on me, calls down fire upon my country's enemies, wants me to pick out targets, but all I can see is farmers and their families and a whole lot of misery. And I'm just dreaming of the time when I can go home. I'm just dreaming of a time when I can go home. Say a little prayer now, second one today. Oh, sweet Jesus, won't you take my sins away? 'Cause I'm just dreaming of a time when I can go home. I'm just dreaming of a time when I can go home. Yeah, I'm dreaming of a time when I can go home. I'm just dreaming of the time when I can go home. Yeah, fun boy.